The latest JTWC update is in, and they have upped the intensity as expected. It is 115 knots. That is a Category 4 strength hurricane just off the coast of Australia. They have it still turning before making landfall. This is in disagreement with the Bureau of Meteorology, which has it making landfall. The current satellite estimates have it in this plot somewhere between Category 3 and medium range Category 4 strength hurricane. Winds somewhere between 100 knots to 125 knots sustained for 2 minutes. That means in kilometers per hour, the 2-minute sustained winds are between 185 kilometers an hour and about 220 kilometers an hour in this storm, according to the satellite estimates. On the Australian tropical cyclone scale, those types of winds would be Category 4. Even when you take account, you take off 14% to make it a 10-minute sustained wind, something like that, roughly speaking. But anyway, this would be a Category 4. The Bureau does not have it as a Category 4 currently. They're holding off, but they have it as a Category 3. The landfall in theirs is slightly different as well. As you can see, it's going in here rather than going that way, as seen by the JTWC. The strongest winds currently appear to be occurring at Legendre Island. Sustained winds over 110 kilometers an hour. It is extremely sustained, as you can see, at over 100 kilometers an hour for a number of hours now. There is Legendre Island over here. Winds have not been quite as strong at Port Hedland, though they are certainly very strong. They have had absolutely excessive rainfall during the day, and it has reached almost 180 millimeters. That's 18 centimeters over the course of the day. If the storm turns towards the west as is forecast, then the communities of Wickham and Port Sampson are at serious risk of getting into the eye wall in whatever state it is at that time. Potentially it could be a Category 3 or Category 2 hurricane strength eye wall. If there is a Category 2 or 3 hurricane strength landfall, then you're looking at winds in this range for Wickham and Point Sampson. Given that the storm should be weakening by the time it gets to these areas, Category 2 seems more likely. 2-minute sustained winds of between 150 and 180 kilometers an hour would be my guess. So wrapping this up, we've got this eye in a what looks like a Category 3 or 4 hurricane. It is potentially making this turn, which would put the communities of Wickham and Port Sampson at severe risk of damage, and they should be seeking shelter immediately and checking very carefully as to the precise track of this storm over the coming hours. This is a very, very serious situation. Be safe.